Hallo Rizos. Willkommen. So. Okay, so. Letztes Mal ist ja was Interessantes passiert, nämlich wir haben mehr Story freigeschaltet irgendwie. Auf einmal war die da. Und ja, die machen wir heute weiter. Mal schauen, wie viel wir heute machen. Und ja. Aber gut, wir sind hier in dem Raum. Und keine Ahnung. Mal schauen. Irgendeine Maschine, auch gut. Roter Sand und eine 4. Gelber Sand und eine 11. Okay. Ein Knopf. Interessant. Hallo Test. Test, warst du letztes Mal noch da? Achso, bist nur kurz hier. Okay, dann. Dann egal. Nur kurz hier, gleich gibt's Essen. Okay, kein Problem. Nein. Hast ein bisschen was verpasst. Und zwar das Wichtigste ist, wir haben mehr Story freigeschalten. Irgendwie. Aber, naja. Kommst du dann später nochmal oder bist du an sich jetzt nur kurz hier und bist dann heute gar nicht mehr da? Wenig von Rusty Lake. Okay. Kannst nicht sagen, wenn. Okay, kein Problem. Jetzt hat sich da. Interessant. Okay, nichts Wichtiges da zu sehen. Okay. Kann man die kombinieren? Ne. Gelber Sand 11. Irgendwie an sich bisher jetzt nicht so viel Hinweise in dem Raum. Können wir in einen anderen Raum reingehen? Okay, da sind wir reingekommen. Und da drüben geht's raus. Ah. Ah. Passwort. Bestandtest. Passwort. Moment. Gelb 11. Eventuell gelber Stuhl. Passwort 11. Ne. Rot 4. Red Chair. The red chair is eye-catching. Second clock. Hm. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Keine Ahnung. Ah, okay. Okay. Okay, Moment, was brauchen wir? Wir brauchen Rot. Rot, Grün und Gelb. Ne? Rot, Gelb, Grün, okay. Schreiben wir uns halt mal auf. Memo. Ja, Moment, Memo. Memo. Okay. Okay, Rot. Grün. Und Gelb ist hier einfach nur blau. Die Q. N. Q. N. Y. Okay. Okay. Dumm von mir. Aber. Ja. Gelb. SGDQNY. SGDQNY. Aha. Okay. Okay, geben wir erstmal die anderen ein. Rot. Rot ist TMJY. Y. UVGJ. GJ. Und Grün. ADGB. Check, yeah. Okay. Change the colors, irgendwas. Ah, okay. Nein, was? Ah, nur 4 Dinger. Okay. Ich darf 4-mal umändern. Ha! Nothing happened. I was you, but that's not much of a sentence. I was you. Meh. Ha. Gut. Bla bla bla. Will be me. What? I was you. Will be me. Okay. Determine the value in seconds for each hourglass and fill in the blanks. If the value is a single digit number, place a 0 before it. Okay. Bla 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 bla. Rot war 4, Gelb war 11. Rot war 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, Gelb war 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, das ist einfaches Zählen. Blau. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grün. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gelb war 11 und das ist 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Check. Yeah! Ja. What the heck is this? Different word on each one. I guess we're supposed to shuffle them around until they make a sentence. Okay. What? Blah blah blah. I was you, will be me. I was you. I was you, will be me. She knows everything, but she knows everything. She knows I will be you. Everything was me. She was everything. Nee, das knows muss mit she sein. Also she knows. You will be me. I was everything. Oh. I was you. She knows I was you. Will be you. Was? Das ist mir zu kompliziert, beziehungsweise zu bläh. Was wollen denn die von mir? Okay. You don't need some of the words. Ah, ja, okay, da ist der Hinweis. Müssen wir Sachen ausmachen. She knows everything. Okay, muss in die untere Reihe, warum auch immer. Gott. Okay, das ist eine. Wie kriege ich das andere? Um dann nicht ewig lang rumzugucken. Okay. Da bist du wieder. Ei. Das ging schnell. Willkommen zurück. Sind auch so gut wie fertig mit dem Raum hier. Also storymäßig hast du heute zumindest nichts verpasst. I will be. Nee. I was you. I will be me. Okay. Okay, wunderbar. Das war Memo. Stern, Stern, Sonne. Starky Cards und ein Schlüssel. Wunderbar. Nein, nix, let's get going. Ich habe noch was einzugeben, Frau. Sternmond. Gut. Okay, floor beaker graffiti. Memento mori if the 9th line ate the sun. It appears to have been written in some sort of weird paint. Memento mori is a Latin phrase that translates roughly to remember death, mortality. 9th clearly refers to 9th, but seems to have been spelled wrong. Likely on purpose? Why? Perhaps it's an anagram like the word on the wall in the floor A warehouse. If it is, what does this one mean? Okay, nix Neues. The hourglass displayed in the background is actually a 4-second timer. It doesn't have much practical use, except maybe for really impatient people. If we were at a restaurant waiting for your food to come out, for instance. Hey, how long are you going to make me wait? I've already flipped this hourglass 100 times. Technically, 100 times would only be 400 seconds, which is 6 minutes and 40 seconds. But saying 100 times is much more dramatic and therefore much more likely to get a desirable response from the waitstaff. Alles klar. Gentle points. These are a measure of how much of a gentleman you are. Oi. Somewhere deep in the United Kingdom is an organization that tracks all gentlemen, determining their caliber based off an ancient and Byzantine collection of rules and guidelines. Every year during the spring, a representative of this organization conducts a cursory investigation of each member's behavior, or at least appears to, and then awards gentle points based on what they saw. The following formula is used. Old ladies escorted across the street times top hats owned times puzzles solved times money given to gentlemen tracking organization equals total gentle points. But okay. A small survival knife. It has myrmidons stamped into the flat of the blade. Blade length, blah 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 blah. There's blood on it, but whose blood? Okay, das ist die Mörderwaffe von dem Mord von der alten Frau. Floor B hallway locks. Several of the hallways on the floor B use special locks indicated on the map by arrows. On the far side of each arrow is a lever. Pulling these levers will unlock the locks. Once this has been done, you can explore the entire area at your leisure. Also, deswegen konnten sie letztens da doch mal durch den Weg durch, wo der Pfeil in die entgegengesetzte Richtung gezeigt hat, weil es schon offen war. Ich habe gedacht, es wäre konstant Einbahnstraße sozusagen. Principle of causality. Oh Gott. The law of cause and effect, specifically that a cause must precede every effect. At the quantum level, however, things aren't quite as immutable. The principle of quantum superposition holds that any physical system, such as an electron, exists at least partially in all of its theoretical states or configurations, but when measured gives a result corresponding to only one of them. A classic example of this is the double slit experiment, where light appears to behave as both a wave and a particle. One of the interesting implications of this is that, in a sense, you are influencing the past. By observing a system, you are defining the cause of an effect you witness, and in a way altering the past. Normally I would comment here that the quantum level is where shit gets real, but given the nature of this phenomenon, it seems like it would be more accurate to say that the quantum level is where shit gets unreal. Ooh. Knox's 10 Commandments. Oi. Ronald Knox, a mystery writer from the UK, published the following as his rules for writing a mystery novel. First, the criminal must be mentioned early on. Okay. Second, a supernatural or preternatural all supernatural or preternatural agencies are ruled out. Third, no more than one secret room or passage. Fourth, no hitherto hitherto? Keine Ahnung. Undiscovered poisons may be used, nor any appliance which will need a long scientific explanation. Fifth, no one with extrasensory perception or similar powers can appear. Sixth, no accident must ever help the detective, nor must he ever have an unaccountable intuition which proves to be right. Seventh, the detective must not commit the crime. Eighth, the detective must declare any clues he may discover. Ninth, the stupid friend of the detective, the Watson, must conceal nothing from the reader. 10th, twin brothers and doubles generally must not appear unannounced. Interessant. Ronald Knox, muss ich mich mal informieren, was der so geschrieben hat. Okay, da geht's raus. Ja, das sind keine schlechten Regeln. Da kann man wenigstens, wenn man dem seine Mystery-Novellen liest, kann man zumindest davon ausgehen, dass der Leser nicht verarscht wird. Oder dass da plötzlich einfach irgendwie was Unlogisches oder Dämliches kommt. Sondern dass alles irgendwie Sinn macht und der Leser selbst dann auch schon mal ein bisschen mitdenken kann und nicht wirklich Informationen vorenthalten werden und so weiter. So, Test, du warst ja beim letzten Mal nicht da. Was hat man denn beim letzten Mal? Golem Bay. Stimmt, der Golem-Typ mit australischem Akzent. Der war ganz nice. Genau, der war da. Der hat ein bisschen was gelabert. Das ist halt, im Endeffekt, dass es halt Roboter gibt und die dieses ABT oder was ist diese künstliche Haut dran haben, wo man dann normal halt so einen Roboter von einem normalen Menschen gar nicht wirklich unterscheiden kann. Golem kam bisher jetzt nur einmal vor. Der kam direkt nach dem Golem Bay Dings da hier vor. Dann sind die waren auf der Suche nach Tenmyoji und Quark. Als die Zeit abgelaufen ist, waren die aber bisher jetzt noch nicht wirklich da für diese Chromatic Doors. Heißt, jeder, der nicht in die Chromatic Doors reingeht, der wird bestraft. Heißt, höchstwahrscheinlich sind Tenmyoji und Quark tot, aber das wissen wir noch nicht zu 100%. Aber wir können mehr oder weniger davon ausgehen. Kay und Dio sind in dem anderen Raum. Also die leben auf jeden Fall noch. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob noch irgendwie was Wichtiges kam. Sehen wir den später nochmal. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, weil der wurde abgeschalten irgendwie wahrscheinlich von Zero Senior, Zero Junior oder dem komischen Hasen oder sonst wie. Weil der wollte uns gerade irgendwie was Wichtiges erzählen, aber dann hat sich der Hauptcomputer dazwischen geschalten und hat den abgeschalten. Also ich glaube nicht, dass wir den nochmal sehen. Zumindest in der Timeline nicht. Wenn überhaupt nochmal. Vielleicht in einer anderen Timeline.
Wait.
Ja.
I just realized something.
Was denn? What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage. Are you following me?
Meinst du, die haben was aufgenommen? Yeah, you're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah. I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Ach, und ich glaube, wir haben letztes Mal rausgefunden, wie alt Fei ist. Wie alt war die? Anfang 20, ich weiß es nicht mehr. Anfang 20 irgendwann. 20, 21, 22, irgendwie sowas. Ich glaube 20. Und Sigma hat dann gemeint, er wäre 2 Jahre älter, also dass der 22 wäre. Irgendwie sowas. Definitely. Weiß nicht, ob das wichtig ist, aber hatten sie erwähnt. Oh, what do we do?
Leave that to me.
Oh. Know how to use this thing.
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how. Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
No data. Alles gelöscht. Wait, what the heck is this? Everything says no data.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
Wichtig für die Shippers. By Zero.
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. That footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms.
Ach, apropos. Apropos Warehouse und alte Frau. Wir haben rausgefunden, dass dieses der AB-Room, in dem die Frau war, nicht von Anfang an ganz links war, sondern von Anfang an ganz rechts war, aber der irgendwann mal umplatziert wurde. Und wir konnten uns irgendwie dran erinnern, weil wir super tolle Gehirne hatten, oder Gehirne haben, dass in dem Raum ganz rechts Luna drin war. Heißt, keine Ahnung, eventuell hat Luna die Frau getötet. Aber genau wissen wir es nicht.
We could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey, what's this?
Wanna open it?
Yeah.
It says Golem's status.
That should be the system logs of the robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah. You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shoot. Everything here has been erased too.
Looks like it.
Haben wir denn unser Golem? Unser Golem ist gar nicht dabei. Der hat nämlich hinten dran LEM oder was hatte der? Moment. Ne, das war hier bei Secrets. GOLM. Da ist er. Golem hatte der da hinten.
What is
Wait a
it?
second. There's a scroll bar. Try scrolling. Ey, da ist er, Golem. Active. Oh, I knew it. That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Golem, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah, but he said that his what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his
Already
locks?
on it. Here you are.
Bing, bing, bing. Then, try the one that says cash. These finance ultras seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. Das ist probably from right after Kay decked us. Ah ja, Kay hat uns, weil, warum auch immer Phi und Sigma so dämlich waren und auf die anderen warten wollen, als die Zeit eigentlich im Endeffekt schon um war. Und die sich dementsprechend auch damit umgebracht hätten, war Kay so nett und hat uns mal kurz niedergeschlagen und hat uns in unsere Räume reingeworfen. Damit wir nicht sterben. We'll be tossed into that white door on the left in a minute. Just watch.
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
I'm back up.
So,
Exactly.
if we go back through these files...
Seit Begrenzung haben Rätselräume zu verlassen. Ja, die haben im Endeffekt nur Zeitbegrenzung, wenn entweder einer so einen AB-Raum aufmacht. Da haben sie, glaube ich, eine Dreiviertelstunde, um halt abzustimmen oder so. Und halt, wenn halt an sich die Zeit abgelaufen ist, bis die nächsten Chromatic Doors offen sind. Ansonsten haben sie so viel Freizeit, wie sie wollen. Yeah, we might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who C. Rosinia is.
Nice. Great work,
Nice.
Sigma.
Come on, I told you, don't need you kissing my ears. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good.
Ja, ich hatte den Schlüssel. Habe ich den noch? Habe ich den in der Timeline? Das müsste, glaube ich, in der Timeline gewesen sein. Ja, der war, glaube ich, am Ende von dieser Golem Bay. In dem Safe mit drin.
Looks like they're both fine.
Aber ich weiß nicht, ob man in der Timeline... Ich glaube, in der Timeline wissen wir noch nichts von dem Schloss am Hinterkopf von Kay. Wissen wir, glaube ich, nur in der anderen Timeline, in der da hier. Der, wo wir gerade sind, haben wir das Schloss von Kay noch nicht gesehen. Aber theoretisch, weil Sigma sich eigentlich an die anderen Timelines erinnern kann, mehr oder weniger, müsste der das eigentlich wissen. That just leaves Tenmyoji, Clover and Quark. Ah ja, Clover war auch nicht da. I opened my mouth to continue and then it happened. Whoa. My vision suddenly blurred and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. Ooh. I staggered. My balance gone. But... Why is she talking like that? What? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? Can't understand what she's saying. Why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is... Wait, could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. Okay. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Fi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move. Alles wieder normal?
You okay?
Sehr schön. Her voice sounded normal again, and she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure? That's good.
Yeah.
You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found.
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, I think I must just be getting tired. Kinda surprised that it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
Radical 6? For just a moment I thought of Radical 6, but I didn't want to verify if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is this?
Footage
What is it?
from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When was this recorded?
You'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right, that looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No. It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's K.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
Enhance. So here by CSI. 21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, This is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait, how do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh. Oh, someone's coming in. Luna! Is that Chloe behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Chloe's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track?
Want to listen to it?
What the hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Huh?
Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, they're gone. As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another? No, you saw that this was it.
Yeah, this is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah, this is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on, wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio? He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it. Remember what
Why?
he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying? He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah, so what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
And whatever it was, it happened during this
Yeah,
time.
I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise.
Like, what?
The cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
Wie die sich alle immer knapp verpassen hier. It's Kay! When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at all.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Oh yeah, sure.
Alright, should be around here. 1 sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully. And I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. Blah blah blah, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. They both move out of the frame. Clover exits the room. Dio enters. Dio almost immediately exits the frame. It seems likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. Dio exits. Kay enter. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point there are 60 minutes where nothing happens. Kay enters the frame, he looks at this bracelet. It says blah blah blah, the remaining time until the primary door is open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... Clover?
What makes you think
Clover?
so? Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
Yeah. That footage alone isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot
And
stronger.
what is that element?
His behavior at the white doors. Kay wanted us to enter the white doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. Do you remember what Dio said?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. Do you get it?
Yeah. He knew we had Luna's bracelet, which means he also knew Luna was dead. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would never have said that. The moment Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like, he didn't expect her to be there. Why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. One, that when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead. Or 2, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get blah 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 und so weiter. He seems like the kind of guy who'd go out of his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him, of course, but it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we are left with only one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too. And it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yes. The movement of the A-B rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off, or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop.
Hello, Brockmate.
Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
Where did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right?
A
You don't have any
theory.
proof, so Keep it quiet, okay?
No. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No, nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So Zero Senior's identity...
Still unknown.
Okay, well, let's go find Clover. Guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth. Ja, aber wenn Clover nicht durch die Tür gegangen ist, durch die weiße Chromatic Door, dann ist die tot.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
Ja. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
So, da sind wir und wir gehen wieder in die Lagerhalle. Ne, wir gehen wieder hin. Nach oben? Warum denn ausgerechnet nach oben? Komisches Zeug. So. Worauf hättet ihr denn heute noch so Lust? Weil ich weiß nicht, ob ich alle Spiele spiele, die wir sonst immer so spielen. Ich hätte Lust, Zero Escape ein bisschen länger zu spielen, also jetzt eventuell noch eine Stunde oder so. Weil zumindest... Ja, okay. Entweder noch eine Stunde oder zumindest bis wir bei einem von den Enden sind. Falls wir da schon dahin kommen. Nicht, dass da wieder so Zeug ist. Rusty Lake hätte ich auch Lust. Müssen wir halt nur warten, bis Now da ist. Weil, ja. Ja. Ja gut, Rusty Lake, storymäßig ist da bisher noch nicht so extrem viel gekommen. Da kann ich dann kurz erklären, wenn wir es spielen, was relativ wichtig ist oder so. Ist aber nicht sonderlich viel, was wir bisher gesehen haben. Persona 5, okay. Können wir auf jeden Fall machen. Ja, dann heben wir uns, denke ich mal, Call of Duty und neues Zelda für morgen auf. Und ja.
Yeah.
No one's here.
All right, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Okay. Ja. Ja, ein Rusty Lake halt. Am besten, wenn ein Auto ist. Der sollte, glaube ich, noch kommen. Krokodils.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Okay. In der 1 ist eh nichts drin, in der 2 ist wahrscheinlich eh nur Alice und Luna. Oder gar nichts. Auch nicht schlecht. Naja, doch. Alice ist da. Luna ist da. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just this strange cold shell, and every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room. Okay, also da nichts Neues gefunden.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4.
Das Interessante ist, in der Timeline hier haben sie, glaube ich, bisher noch gar nicht die Bomben gefunden.
What about yours?
Same, nobody in them. Except Alice und Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong?
War ein bisschen so nah dran.
You need to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. So I turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. Aber ja, in der Timeline haben sie, glaube ich, die Bomben noch gar nicht entdeckt. Falls in der Timeline überhaupt irgendwelche Bomben da sind. Man weiß ja nie. Infirmary. Da ist die alte... Oh, Musik geht weg. Passiert hier was? Oh oh. Oh oh. Ah! Was? Was? Ernsthaft? Oh. The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it in the moment. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cold, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I had left. I wrapped the trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot. The
What?
security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Yeah, I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
Wenn du so anguckst, Clover hätte ohne und Tenmuchi eigentlich auch hätte ohne Probleme die Hände durchgekriegt. Durch das Riesenloch da. They wouldn't have been trapped here when the door closes. They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Blah.
Look.
Why?
See the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did it?
Probably not.
There's a cut on Tenmuchi's left hand. It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
Nee, wahrscheinlich von den... Ja, genau, the penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in the bracelets activated and...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubicurine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. If someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them, they didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, I've got a point. What's
I
wrong?
take back what I just said.
Did you find something?
Yeah.
Fire bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. Sein Bracelet. Wahrscheinlich das von Quark. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Ja, Quark ist auch tot. Yes! No! No! This can't be happening! Not Quark!
Hey, Sigma, calm down. just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
Ist aber sehr wahrscheinlich, dass tot ist. But
In fact, this could be good news.
That
A ray of hope.
ray of hope?
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero Jr. told us that they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead? Huh? You need to think positive, Sigma. Reality is what we believe it to be.
Yeah. Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough!
Jetzt hat's mich gehauen.
Quark is definitely alive.
Ach,
He
hoffentlich
has to
nicht.
be. He has to be. I
Nein.
refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Tenmyoji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Fire was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. Nah. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first. Clues.
Why? What kind of clues?
Who might have killed them? Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenmyoji would have been able to go through the white doors. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything.
Huh?
I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Fine knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then after a moment I saw her hands stop.
Look. See her thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Na, so. Yeah, it does. Ich will
Sorry,
auch
I'll
sehen.
have to move your leg a little bit.
Olb. It's written in blood. It must be Tenmyoji's.
It says 016.
Ach so, das sind Zahlen. Ah, Oder es heißt Olb. Oder wenn man so guckt, ist es 910. What does that mean?
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016. I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with the soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No, there's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Damn it! This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what about that old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB room makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with the Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect, but now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. We don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Phi, give me something, anything. A clue, a hint. Come on, you've got to have something.
The luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to test.
That's it?
No, wait, you're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint. So we need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... the rec room! Phi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. Ob da jetzt noch was ist, wer weiß, wie lange die da schon sind und so weiter. Ob wir da jetzt überhaupt noch was finden. Ah, was habt ihr denn alles Schönes für zu Weihnachten bekommen und so weiter? Habt ihr denn schöne Geschenke bekommen und so? Nichts. Wollte es auch nichts. Naja. Na dann. Viel habe ich jetzt auch nicht wirklich bekommen. Was? Wer hat denn die jetzt umgebracht? Ernsthaft? Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think. Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect my brain from constant emotional bombardment? Ja, denke ja. They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death, but when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, the loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Quark hat alle getötet. Ich hatte einen Grund, warum ich den dummen Jungen nicht mag. Ja, Quark ist wahrscheinlich schon ewig tot. In fact, the loss of pain can... Let's say that two species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. Warum erklärt uns Sigma das jetzt? Will er damit andeuten, dass eventuell Kay bzw. Dio hat Kay umgebracht und mit seiner letzten Stärke hat Kay dann Dio umgebracht, oder wie? As a result, Species A is eliminated, but only Species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from Species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. I guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still
Quark!
out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself that there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There's no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach.
Oh ja.
Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
Ach, der schafft es schon. Besonders der war doch eh irgendwie total merkwürdig wegen dem Radical 6. Der hat doch da eh bestimmt super Stärke und so. Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, find I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles, all of it together. No, wait. There had been one time when I wasn't watching. A few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If the room trip took about a minute and she'd killed them in 4 minutes, then the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. Beziehungsweise 6 wegen der 1 Minute zurück. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded, probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Ah, hey, what you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah, 2 things actually. Take a look at this.
A knife?
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade too. Myrmidons. Is that the name of the manufacturer?
Dunno. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like wound cavity, 150 millimeter.
Blah blah blah, yeah. Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Right. Well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound length and wound, in other words.
Those numbers describe the size and the shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So, if they match, then that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Das Messer ist Zero Senior. Hat bisher 3 Leute umgebracht. Die alte Frau, Alice und jetzt, Dio? Ah ne, Dio Speer. Ne, doch nur 2. So, what does Dio have it?
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why did he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had the knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So, Dio took it from her and stabbed her? If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things. There was the knife and this.
Warum hat Dio das Ding gehabt? What? Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
Found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it, just in case. Okay, Alice hat es mitgenommen. Deswegen
So,
hat Dio das Ding.
Alice should have had this, right? And now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you mean?
Get over here. A picture's
over here.
worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Nein, weil das hatten wir in der Timeline noch nicht. Oh yeah? So, that's it. Hatten wir das in der Timeline doch schon? It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay, dann hatten wir das in der Timeline anscheinend schon. Bloß Sigma war zu dumm, um die Verbindung zwischen dem Schlüssel und dem Ding da hier zu checken. Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted. Finden wir jetzt raus, wer Kay ist. But. Was?
It's no good.
Was?
Can't get it open.
Warum? Why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open.
Oh,
This axe
ernsthaft.
in here.
You're saying it showed the shoot out or
I
something?
think so.
Oh,
At any rate,
ernsthaft.
the key fits perfectly.
Von dem Blut müsste menschlich sein. Eigentlich schon, ja. Eigentlich, ja.
I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
You think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder.
Außer das ist nicht das Blut von Kay, sondern das Blut von, was weiß ich, Dio. Oder Tenmyoji. So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah, no way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look,
What is the...
a spray bottle with luminol in it.
Oh, that's the one Tenmyoji had.
Yeah,
Then does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
we don't know yet. Kay
Why
might have
not?
taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. Alright, do it.
Do it! Just do it! Done!
Thanks.
Bitteschön.
Just as I thought. Look. Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Macht Sinn, ja.
We've seen 5
Whose blood?
people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tenmyoji.
Right.
You remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case,
Die alte Frau.
Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this
Sigma.
bracelet was Zero Senior.
Sigma, erinnert dich an die anderen Timelines.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah?
Oh, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Then who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps? After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio,
All
then...
of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
Yeah. Ist es doch jetzt sowieso, wir haben doch jetzt eh die Sternkarten, da können wir jetzt sowieso so lange spielen, bis wir 9 Punkte haben und fertig.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Was? 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 Quark?
45 minutes.
What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible.
Quark.
Quark? Quark opened the gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
Was? Okay. I know, I'm coming! Ha! Interessant. So, wir haben jetzt laut dem Floating eine Wahl. Was würdet ihr lieber sehen? Zuerst Ally oder zuerst Betray? Also ich nehme an, das ist Ally und Betray Zeug. Ne, ein Armband braucht man nicht, man braucht nur so eine komische Karte. Da ist halt auch wieder die Frage, woher hat Quark so eine Karte? Ally. Okay. Also für diese AB-Dinger braucht man nur, also für die Dinger da hier braucht man nur Nur so eine Keycard. Damn it! There's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Well, if I know. How the hell did Quark open an AB gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
But you didn't find one when you searched them?
Right.
Well, maybe Quark's a suspect after all then. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lens or an axe.
That's impossible. You're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
No. Alright, let's go find him.
Any ideas where to look?
Sollte man nicht einfach erstmal abstimmen, damit wir so viel Zeit haben, wie wir brauchen? Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't? Ninth Line, sind wir wieder Warehouse B? Warum sind wir jetzt wieder runtergegangen? Hä? Ah, the room D und K investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Also, Yeah, of course. Besides, Quark might be there. Alright, let's move. Okay. Bing, bing, bing. Director's office? Ooh, the door says director's office.
Probably belongs to the director.
You don't say. I hope it says one of those chairs.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back. I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action or cut or double decaf chai soy latte now.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah. Aren't you excited?
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Yeah, what if Zero Senior wasn't there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
This is when Quark Zero Senior is. Right. Okay, I'm gonna open
You
it.
don't need to keep asking me if...
Sigmar hat nicht gefragt, er hat gesagt, er öffnet. Auch wenn es relativ unnötig ist, aber er hat zumindest nicht gefragt. Okay. Interessant. Sind wieder Löwen, die eine Sonne essen.
There's no one here.
Können wir ja wieder gehen. That computer's been turned on.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
Wahrscheinlich. What the hell is this?
Lion.
It's biting.
Sun?
It has a couple input fields for user ID and a password.
Probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Ach was. Why don't you put something in?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Admin.
Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something.
Also gehen wir nicht einfach erstmal hoch und stimmen ab, weil wir haben eh nur 45 Minuten und wenn wir nicht abstimmen, dann sind wir tot.
Shall we?
I turned and headed off toward a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Fällt es dem jetzt erst ein? If the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then, maybe... Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Ja. Ja, komm. Was? 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 Memento Mori. What? To be continued? It was no good, I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. Ah! Ernsthaft. Oh. Haben wir irgendwas mal fertig, außer so böses Ende? Moment, da ist aber kein Log, da können wir irgendwie was machen. Hä? Nee, keine Ahnung. Raum können wir leider nicht vorher anschauen. Das Spiel bringt uns direkt da hier rein. Nee, ich glaube, wir können im Moment noch nicht. Nee. Ne, ich glaube, da können wir noch nicht weitermachen. Auch wenn da jetzt nicht wirklich irgendwie steht, hier Log-Dings, hier so ein Log-Number als Passwort und ID. Okay, ID haben wir eventuell ist das diese 016, was bei Clover stand. Das Passwort haben wir nicht. Memento Mori oder Remember Death passt nicht rein. Da müssen wir halt weiterspielen. Ja, gut. Dann machen wir dann beim nächsten Mal halt hier die Dinger. Sollte recht schnell gehen, beziehungsweise, ach komm, machen wir die jetzt noch schnell. Es geht schnell. Start.
30.
Betray.
Results from round
Das ist die letzte
2
Timeline.
of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please.
Könnte natürlich sein. Na, wir haben gegen Luna. Betray Ally, Ally, Betray und Ally. Nein, Luna. Tut mir leid, Luna.
Points have been. Please check.
Bla bla bla.
Sigma, why? You promised. How could you? Why won't you say something? At least give me an excuse. Say wanted to protect everybody, or you slipped and hit the wrong button. Anything. I don't care if it's a lie. Just say something. I can't trust you anymore. Can I? I see. All right then. You did it so that you could get more points, right?
I wanted to say no, but I couldn't. She was right. I shut my eyes and turned away.
I trusted you. Goodbye.
Oh, Luna's face twisted as she spun away, but not before I saw tears glistening in the corners of her eyes. Oh, my heart sank into my stomach like a lump of lead. I'd lost something very precious. Like they say, trust takes years to build, but only a second to break. If only I could have taken that second back. But that was impossible. Life only moves in one direction, and you only get to make your choices once. The past is the past, and it stays there.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey! Wait!
Chloe yelled after him, but Tenmyoji ignored her and continued toward the magenta door. She glared at his receding back and muttered something under her breath. Something must have happened between them.
Tenmyoji, you're going to go look for Quark, right?
Yeah.
I want to help.
No thanks.
Really?
Much as I'd like to say that, I need all the help I can get. Think you can give me a hand?
Of course. Let's go.
They headed off through the magenta door together. Chloe was left standing by herself, brows furrowed and head down, deep in thought. Then suddenly she stood up straight and took off through the sign door. I turned and saw that only Fi and Kay were left. Where's Leo?
He went off toward the yellow door while you and Luna were talking.
He just walked out?
Yes. He did check the results before he left.
I bet he wasn't very happy. If Fi had chosen Betray, he'd be sitting pretty... If Fi had chosen Betray... he'd be sitting pretty with 9 BP right now.
I imagine he would. Fortunately, Fi is much too clever for that. That was why I chose Ally. It was an easy decision.
But if you'd betrayed her, then you'd have been able to get out of here.
Perhaps, but I made a promise to Fi.
Promise, huh? Yeah, really sure Kay wouldn't betray you.
Of course not. I'm not an idiot. I didn't really have a choice, though. The only option was to trust him. Yeah.
That's so.
Don't you think that's important? Trusting someone, I mean.
Beim letzten Mal, also als wir Ally genommen haben und so weiter und das Gespräch kam, hat sie gemeint, oder hat sie da bei dem Gespräch gemeint, sie hat so gemacht, dass nicht sie Kay vertraut hat, sondern dass sie Kay so beeinflusst hat, dass er ihr vertraut, irgendwie so.
Alright. We should go and look for Quark, too.
Indeed. Best we split up, wouldn't you say?
We did say, and each one of us left for a different area of the facility. I took the magenta door, Fi went to the yellow door, and Kay took the sign door. Pantry. Ooh. Column Bay. But no matter how hard I looked, Quark was nowhere to be found. Eventually I decided to head back to the warehouse. Hey, da ist er. Da ist er ja, Quark. Tell me, Ochi, what's going on? You found Quark?
Wouldn't be here if I hadn't.
Where was he?
Like I'm gonna tell you that.
What? Did I do something wrong?
You broke your promise to Luna. I don't like people who break promises.
Oh, there was no rebuttal for that. Well, I'm glad you found him.
Ha! Oh, you got some balls saying that, acting like you give a shit about him.
Is he okay? He looks tired.
He's just sleeping. Seems somebody shot him up with some kind of anesthetic.
Someone? Who?
Hell if I know. And honestly, I don't really care anymore.
Why not?
Quark's safe. Now, all I have to do is get him out of here, and this'll all be over.
Wait, you make it sound like you can get out right now.
I can. Well, he can.
How?
Didn't you see the results? Quark's PP is...
9.
Exactly.
So you're gonna have him pull the lever and open the number 9 door?
Yeah, of course he's gonna need my help to do that.
But what about you? You've only got 4 BP. Even if you can get the door open, you'll...
3. Now, maybe some of you are thinking, oh ho, if my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with it, and I'll just slip through when it's open. Well, that's not gonna happen if you think you can be sneaky.
Think I don't know that? Doesn't matter though. So long as Quark is safe, then I...
Hauptsache Quark ist draußen, ernsthaft? My guard was down. I barely even saw him move. It wasn't until pain exploded in my stomach that I realized Tenmyoji had kicked me. Ah! Tenmyoji, du Böser. I let out a strange sort of wheeze and collapsed to the floor. Blinking against the pain, I managed to find Tenmyoji again. He'd maneuvered Quark up to the number 9 door. Stirbte. Also Tenmyoji stirbt dann auf jeden Fall. Also so gut wie eigentlich im Endeffekt jeder, außer Quark stirbt. Quark ist ja dann draußen. Stop! Tenmyoji! Moving made me rich, and before I could recover and call out again, he'd done it. Tenmyoji's hand pressed Quark's against the lever. He looked back at me over his shoulder.
Sorry. Door's almost open, so it's time I was on my way.
Tenmyoji, don't be an idiot. If you go through there, you'll...
Believe me, I know, but I gotta stay with him as long as I can. Couldn't live with myself if I just tossed him out there unconscious, you know?
Then stay here.
Can't do that.
Why not?
There's a killer here. It's too dangerous. I can't take that risk with Quark's life.
The number, it will remain open.
See ya.
Tenmyoji, wait! Don't do this! Tenmyoji! Tenmyoji!
The number 9. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all is
Ja, alle Türen sind offen und so weiter. Wir können rumlaufen, wie wir wollen. Aber Pech gehabt. That was how it ended. Had Tenmyoji died, had Quark escaped, I didn't know. I laid my head gently against my aching stomach. A hand. And stared up at the ceiling. Faint approaching footsteps echoed through the warehouse. One of them was a killer. Whatever. It didn't matter anymore. I was never going to see the outside world again. Perhaps it would be better if I just let them kill me. I lay back and closed my eyes. Mächtig dort liegen zu lassen. Was meinst du? Ne, Tenmyouji ist ja mit Quark jetzt durch die Tür gegangen. Tenmyouji wird natürlich sterben, weil er die Regeln verletzt hat und ja, kann jetzt sein, dass der jetzt dann gleich stirbt oder vielleicht, dass es nur ein bisschen dauert, bis er tot ist, aber ja. Der stirbt relativ bald auf jeden Fall. Und Quark bleibt halt am Leben und ja. Gut, ja, dann beim nächsten Mal werden wir da hier oben weitermachen und da hier haben wir Ally genommen, dann heißt, wir nehmen hier Betray, gehen dann da hier durch, wahrscheinlich durch die rote Tür, wenn wir da hier schon grün und blau haben. Gehen wir da hier wahrscheinlich durch die rote Tür, gehen da hier runter, Escape Room, Novel-Zeug, dann wieder AB-Spiel und zack und zack. Und eventuell, also langsam sollte es doch, denke ich mal, so weit sein, dass wir irgendwo weitermachen können. Außer wir müssen alle potenziellen Enden machen, bis wir nacheinander dann die, also beziehungsweise, dass wir alle Routen machen bis zu diesen Lok-Dingern und dann nacheinander die Loks aufmachen können und durchgehen können. Aber, ja, mal schauen. Ja. Ah ja, wie gesagt, beim nächsten Mal machen wir dann hier in der ersten größeren Timeline weiter. Gehen da hier dann runter. Gucken mal. Und wenn wir da nicht mehr weiterkommen und sonst wo auch nicht mehr weiterkommen, dann machen wir halt die in der Mitte, wo wir noch eigentlich, ja, wo wir noch gar nichts gemacht haben. Ja, mal schauen. Jetzt fängt es von vorne an. Nee. Nein. Na. Ja, ich habe eh gespeichert.